show, Premise Podcast. Every single episode is out of control.
Hey, Bo.
Hi, Steven.
We're back. We're back again, as they say, and it's been fun. I think I can speak for both of us in saying that something's just been off recently. You know,
Something's been off, yeah.
there's been something that, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. The podcast is great. We're doing great at it. We're really funny, but there's something missing.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what it is?
I think I do know what it is. And like you said, the Premise Podcast has been great. We have a listener in Canada now. So
Oh.
I think we both know that we're doing pretty well. But I think what's missing is the sound of laughter in the room with us.
I have to say I think you're right, because, you know, I'm just so used to people laughing at everything they say. They say they're laughing with me or at my jokes. They don't laugh at me, and, you know, I really am missing that.
They laugh at you, but at your jokes is what they mean.
Yeah.
And people may or may not know this. We do this podcast remotely. We're not even looking at each other's depictions. Well, I have a picture of you up on my desk. It's an 8x10. It's signed by you.
And I have a picture of Willem Dafoe on my desk.
And that's all pretty standard stuff. But the thing that we're missing is laughter in the room. So I think I have a way to remedy that. For example, hello everyone, welcome to the Premise Podcast.
Whoa.
Thank you.
So there's kind of a pandemic going on. And I don't think it's very safe to have crowds of people with you.
Steven, all those people are dead.
What?
Dead. Now you may be asking me, how did I get dead people to laugh? The same way Friends got dead people to laugh, with bad jokes. Could we be any more Premise?
Ooh.
You
Well,
do
now
a
I'm kinda
Friends.
scared.
You do a Friends. Do a
What?
Joey.
Do a Joey. Well, I'm probably Italian.
That was a good Joey.
Thank you.
Here's a good Seinfeld. Act like you're coming in the door and you're shaking around a lot. Do a Kramer entrance.
Could you hear me? I was shaking around.
Yeah, that's good. Well, do I have to ask? Newman.
You won't believe what I just saw.
I'm losing it, Jerry.
Oh man, that was great. So these dead people, they really like us.
They really like us. This is a laugh track, Steven. I don't know if, I don't know how stupid our listeners are. I don't know if they picked up on that or not.
Okay, so you're telling me it's kind of like a train track.
Yes. Wait, say that again?
It's this laugh track is kind of like a train track.
Oh, Steven. Leave it to Steven. So we have this to keep us company so we don't go crazy over the pandemic, being so far away from each other. Well, I'm super excited for the episode today. Also, Steven, you haven't been on in a hot minute.
Well, yes, you're right. I haven't, and that's because I've been lost in the forest for 3 months now.
You were on the podcast noir.
Well, yes, I was on the podcast.
We recorded that a while ago.
Well, yes, and I've been able to find cell service here and there, but I have not managed to escape the woods.
I think it's been August 11th. Since you said you're trapped in the woods?
Yeah, but don't worry about it. I'm working on it.
And do you have a plan to get out of the woods?
Well, I don't want to ruin the surprise.
You know who you are in our sitcom? What's the kid's name on Saved by the Bell? Skeeter? Screech? Screecher.
Something like that, yeah.
Screech Boy. You're Screech Boy.
Yeah.
Um,
He's always screeching.
What was your story about being stuck in the woods? Was that for the sitcom that the impromptu sitcom, or do you need help? Do you need me to call someone?
You know, that's just one of those things. You know.
Okay.
I'm in the woods.
I'm in the woods, Jerry.
Yep.
Okay, well, we're gonna have more with Bo and Steven after the episode. If you want more of this quality content that we're delivering to you right now, stay tuned after the episode. But we're very excited to get to this episode. It's really good. It's a sketch comedy show called MPTV Sketch Comedy Podcast. We have some great sketches, by the way. Really, it's got it all. It's got sketches, actors, laughs, transitions, music, puppets, whatever you want. So without further ado, here is MPTV Sketch Comedy Podcast. I hope you enjoy it. It's the MPTV Sketch Comedy Podcast with Bo Segrest, Madison Boboltz, Seth Porter, Xiaodi Wu, Sarah Champlin, Jonah Boutell, featuring Jonathon Wisdom and Stevan Marcus as Coco the Sign Language Gorilla. Musical guest, Paul Simon. And puppets by Mooskosh. This is MPTV. And now, your host, Bo Segrest. Thank you. It's good to be here, back hosting again. This is MPTV. It's a very special thing, and we have a great night planned out for you. Paul Simon is here. And on top of that, Stevan Marcus will be reprising his role as Coco the Sign Language Gorilla. So don't go anywhere. We have a great night planned for you. Here's our first sketch. It's called Amnesia Jeopardy. Welcome to Amnesia Jeopardy, the show where contestants suffering from amnesia compete for big cash. We pull them right off their hospital bed so they can be here to play the game. Now, let's meet our contestants. First, we have Robert.
Who?
That's you. You're Robert.
Oh, really?
Robert is a tax attorney in Tampa.
Who is?
You are, Robert. Now, let's meet our second contestant, Maddie.
What? Are you talking to me?
Yes, you're Maddie. Maddie is a teacher in Philadelphia.
I am?
Yes. Our last contestant is Sharon. Hi, Sharon.
Huh?
Sharon is a mother to a beautiful son.
I have a son?
Yes.
So that's who the kid in the hospital room was.
All right, let's get started. We've already covered the rules of the game with our amnesia contestants, so let's begin. Robert, you have control of the board. Robert.
Who, me?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go with geography for 400?
Geography for 400. This South African country is known for its 55 years of democracy and its great concentration of elephants. Robert, you buzzed in first.
What is Botswana?
Correct.
And who are you people?
Robert, you still have control of the board.
Okay, botany for 200.
This American botanist developed hundreds of strains of fruits and other plants. Maddie, you buzzed in first.
Who is Luther Burbank? And where am I?
That's correct. And you're on Amnesia Jeopardy. You have control of the board.
Let's go with the Templeton Prize for 400.
Mother Teresa received the inaugural 1973 prize for her work with the children of this Indian city. Back to you, Maddie.
What is Delhi?
That's not it.
Who am I?
Sharon!
What is Calcutta?
That's right.
I don't know my own family.
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned for more Amnesia Jeopardy!
What grade do I
Who
teach?
am I? Am I married to you?
What?
What? How old are you? How old am I?
I don't know.
Herbie? Hi, son. Your mother and I need to talk to you.
Herbie, we're coming in.
Take a seat, Herbie. Oh, why don't you start, Linda?
Okay, Herbie. Oh, how do I put this? Love is hard. It takes work.
It's a choice, even.
Yes, that's right. Well, I'm sure you've noticed, Herbie, that lately your father and I haven't been getting along. Have you noticed?
It's okay. You don't have to talk. Let's just rip this Band-Aid off already. Herb, your mother and I are getting a divorce.
I know this is hard for you to hear, but it's what's best right now.
We see you're upset.
Say something, Herb.
You're really getting divorced?
Yes, Herb. This is happening.
And as much as we hate it, this will affect you too.
But you'll be fine. I know this is hard, but you'll make it through this.
You've made it through so much before. With your first marriage,
Working through your own divorce.
your retirement. Your retirement?
Herb, you are 80 years old. Time to act your age.
Linda, please. He's distressed. Oh, when I was a boy, we could use a silver dollar to get a shoe shine.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Herb.
I wish I was dead. Don't say that.
You have so much to live for. Like your new hip.
That's right. You have plenty to look forward to. Like your next pacemaker.
Or all the milkshakes you want, now that you can't eat solid foods anymore.
Or reminiscing about the old days. During the Wilson administration, we used to go down to the soup kitchen to meet women. So is Dad moving out?
He is. And so are you.
What?
Just hear us out, Herb. It's a wonderful place called Shady Pines Retirement Community.
You're putting me in a home? A retirement community.
We just want you to give it a try. It's a wonderful place. We've already given it a look for you.
Oh, I don't want to go. I like my room here. It's where all my stuff is. You can bring your stuff with you.
Plus, you'll be able to make a bunch of new friends your age.
Back when we used to go to war, we'd just die there instead of come back as hippies. The retirement community will be very good for you, Herb. They have bingo and early bird specials and all the oatmeal you can eat. Really?
Really?
Even oatmeal with mushed bananas in it?
That's right, Herbie.
Well, where will you move, Dad? I'll also move to Shady Pines. At my age, I can hardly take care of myself anyway. Maybe when I was 100, but that was a long time ago. So you're really getting divorced?
We are.
Because you don't love each other anymore? That's right. Listen, Herb, sometimes people fall out of love. Well, have you fallen out of love with me?
Of course not, Herb.
We'll always love you, sport.
We could never stop loving you.
Now get over here, you wrinkled bastard, and give your parents a hug. And now for a quick word from our sponsor, Terrible Fate Insurance.
So you get in a car wreck, or you left the water running and flooded your house, or you accidentally shot someone in the face on a hunting trip. We all know that people make mistakes. But are you only covered for things that are your fault? What if the blame rests somewhere else?
Yeah, what if it's not always my fault?
Not everything is. Maybe a tree falls on your house, or you're struck by lightning, or a month-long rainstorm floods your living room. At Terrible Fate Insurance, we have thousands of agents working around the clock to make sure you are covered. Not if, but when an act of God occurs. We're the only insurance company to guarantee that you'll be covered when an act of God occurs, because sometimes God is just out to get you.
What if pillars of fire descend from heaven and destroy my home? Will I be covered?
You sure will.
What if my home is sacked by devout marauders?
That's an act of God for sure. We'll make sure you're covered.
What if my firstborn is murdered by the vengeful spirit? Who'll help me pay for the funeral?
Sounds like an act of God to us. At Terrible Fate Insurance, we'll make sure you're covered for any act of God, no matter how much your faith is challenged. Terrible Fate Insurance. We'll keep you covered, even if God won't.
Okay, everyone, trivia will begin in just a moment, so lock in your teams now. Remember, teams of 3, no more, no less.
Dr. Mathau, where's this third friend of yours? I'd hate to be disqualified so early.
Not to worry, Dr. Haley. He'll be here soon.
Who is this person anyway? One of your tenured peers over at Cambridge?
Just because it's not Harvard doesn't mean it's not esteemed, Dr. Haley.
Now, what does this third team member of ours teach?
He doesn't.
Student?
He's,
What?
he's my plumber.
Your plumber?
Yes.
Right. And so, why is he our third for trivia?
I couldn't find anyone else. And besides, we'll be fine.
Yes, as long as one of the categories is septic tanks. I mean, really. You know that trivia night is my one night for myself, and now I have to spend it with a plumber.
Oh, it won't be so bad.
No, you don't understand. I want to win trivia.
Quiet, Dr. Haley. Here he is now.
Oh, is the guy in the suit your plumber, or is it the one who doesn't seem to own a belt?
Hey, there she is. How are you, Marcia?
Just as I suspected.
I'm fine, thanks. This is Dr. Haley. He's a law professor at Harvard.
Dr. Walter Haley, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Name is Dino Martini. Plumbing is my game. Nice to meet you as well, Walt.
Dr. Haley.
I didn't miss trivia, did I? I love trivia.
I'm sure I'll love this as well.
All right, who is ready for the first question?
Hardly.
To answer, just hit the buzzer on your table and call out your answer. All right, question number 1. Over 700 years ago, there was a species of bird big and strong enough to prey on humans. What was the name of that bird?
Dr. Mathau, you're the ornithologist. What's the answer?
Hey, maybe I can take a crack at this one.
Well, Dino, I do teach a spring semester class on middle-aged predatory birds.
Come on, I got heart, Doc.
Sure, I guess. Go ahead.
I would much prefer the bird expert to answer the bird question.
Fine.
The Haas Eagle.
Correct! 1 point for the peer reviewers.
For the record, that is what I was gonna say.
Yes, I'm sure. So, Dino, where'd you get your undergraduate degree?
Where'd I get my what now?
Next question. Who is the famous American playwright who wrote The Iceman Cometh, which premiered on October 9th, 1946?
Easy question.
Very elementary.
The only writer I know is Mike Lupica. Mike Lupica!
Wrong! Looks like the team in the corner has an answer.
Eugene O'Neill.
Correct!
Well, if you knew it, why didn't you say so? You just wait until we get some sports questions. I'll be able to answer those.
Third question. Who was the first Super Bowl MVP?
Oh, I don't do football.
You don't do football?
Well, not American football.
Who is Bart Starr?
That is correct, but in the future, please do not answer in the form of a question.
Now, what do you know? I answered, and we got it right. Go figure.
Okay, so Mr. Harvard knows sports, huh? Just remember, we're a team. I think you owe me some respect, Walt.
Next question. What actress has starred in the most nude scenes in the history of Hollywood?
Now this, I know.
It could be Raquel Welch.
Nope,
It might be Angelina Jolie.
not even close.
Well, if you're so sure about this one, like you were with all the others, just go ahead and answer.
Monica Bellucci.
Correct! Another point for the peer reviewers and their creepy team member.
This is what I've been saying. Just trust me. Guys, we're a team.
Right. I do suppose your extracurriculars seem to have helped on that question.
You're right, Dino. Let's answer this last question as a team.
Final question. For the win. What landmark Supreme Court decision established judicial review in America?
Walt?
Dr. Haley, this does seem like your territory.
Oh, yes. An easy one. Any of my students can answer this question very easily. The answer is... well, let's see.
You know it, right?
Well, maybe not as well as you know the nudie scene question, but...
10 seconds to answer. Seems like no teams know this one. Peer reviewers, do you have an answer?
Roe v. Wade.
Is that right?
No!
Guys, as fun as this is, I prefer to win when I play trivia. You have a nice evening, Walt. Goodbye, Dr. Mathau.
You know, Dr. Mathau, maybe I could have handled all this a bit better. Perhaps I let my pride and my competitive spirit get in the way of having fun. I shouldn't look down on someone just because they aren't in the academy. It makes me no better than they are. Besides, it's just a game. It has no merit on my self-worth or my intelligence. Who cares if someone I look down on happens to beat me at trivia?
Congrats to our winners, that team over in the corner. Harvard Facilities Maintenance.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. You think before they knew about evaporation, people were always accusing others of drinking their water? Let me show you what I mean. Hey, Og?
Yeah, Ook.
Did you drink my water?
What?
I had a cup of water here on the rock, and I left it there when I left the cave.
Okay.
And I just kind of let it sit there on the rock for a few days. I didn't think I had to keep an eye on it.
What are you saying?
I mean, the water is gone. Someone must have drank it. I'm not stupid.
I didn't drink your water.
Just admit it.
I won't admit to something I didn't do.
Listen, the water was there. Now it isn't. It didn't just vanish into thin air.
I mean, well, sure it didn't.
Where did it go then? Someone drank it.
Maybe it was Tur.
Huh?
Tur, be honest. Did you drink my water?
Why would I do that?
It's the only drinkable water in the cave. I'm not stupid. Someone drank it.
I didn't drink your water. I'm leaving the cave. I have things to do.
Oh, no, you're not.
What?
No one leaves the cave until someone admits that they drank my water.
Well, I didn't do it.
Neither did I.
Like I said, it didn't just vanish into thin air.
Well, maybe it did.
Don't be stupid, Tur.
Yeah, Tur, that's stupid.
I bet you drank the water.
Yeah, Tur drank the water.
I did not.
Someone did.
have ascended this mountain Sinai to speak to you. Lord, it is Moses, your servant. Speak to me. Lord, the people, they are hungry. Lord, speak to your servant.
All right, I'm here. You may speak.
What? Who are you?
I am Maud.
But where is God?
God is busy. Now, what do you need?
I'm sorry, God is busy?
He's a very busy God. Now, what do you want?
Who exactly are you? Be thee an angel sent from on high?
No, I'm God's mother-in-law.
Maud?
That's right.
Well, I can just come back another time.
No, God is very busy and I don't want you disturbing him some other time. Just tell me right now what you need. Can I get you anything?
No, I'm fine.
I just made some cookies. You want a cookie, honey?
No, really, I'm okay.
You look a little cold. Can I get you a blanket?
No, I'm not cold in this desert.
Well, you have been in this desert for a long time. Maybe I can get you a water?
I don't want a water.
All this dry air, I'm sure you want a water.
I don't want a water.
Let me get you one. You don't have to drink it. It would just make me feel better if you had the option.
Thanks.
God is always making water spring forth from rocks or something. I just prefer it from the tap. Now, what's wrong?
It's the people.
Oh, what have they gotten themselves into this time?
No, it's not like that. It's...
You know, I heard about that whole golden calf number they pulled a while back. Ethel told me at our bridge game. Oy vey, what about that? Now, you sit. You must be tired. Those Israelites, they sure do get into trouble.
They're doing their best.
Well, their best isn't good enough. I told God, I says, what are you going to do with these Israelites? They don't even have a job. I told him, you need a people with a job. If you're going to support my family, then your worshipers need a job.
They don't need a job.
What are you all doing now? Any prospects?
Well...
Have you all even sought employment?
Not necessarily.
So what are you doing with your lives?
Wandering.
Exactly, that's the exact word I would use. Are you sure I can't get you anything, honey?
No, when will God be back?
I told you he's busy. Just tell me a prayer, I'll see what I can do.
The people are hungry. They need food.
What, and I'm supposed to cook?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
You know, people with jobs don't have to pray for food. They use the money that they make at their jobs to buy food. How can you have food money if you're just wandering around? What has it been, 30?
40.
40 years!
Listen, God usually sends some birds or bread to us when we're hungry.
Well, I'm not God, am I? I'm God's mother-in-law, and I deserve to be treated with some respect from the likes of you.
What will I tell the people?
How is that any of my business? And you know, they could really use an honest talking to. And believe me, I've tried. I don't know why God was so keen on choosing you people. I told him, I said, you could do better. But did he listen to me? Of course not.
Listen, I really should be going.
Oh, well, before you leave, take some leftovers. Here, take this lasagna. And don't even try to tell me you're not hungry because you already said you were. Go, take it to your friends down there at the base of the mountain. It's chicken and squash. They'll love it.
Oh, okay. I'll just, descend the mountain then.
And bring the Tupperware back. I'm not made of Tupperware. Goodbye now. I do not know what God sees in them. And now, for a very serious word from our sponsor, Airhawk Airlines.
At Airhawk Airlines, we're really sorry for crashing all those planes. We want you, our loyal flyers, to have confidence to ride in our planes again, even after 12 of them crashed in 1 month. If we're being completely honest, it's because we forgot to put gas in them. Gas is just really expensive, you know? We didn't want to, and we figured if we can get those birds in the air, and they'll just use the wings to keep going from that point. We're really sorry we thought that. We hired a bunch of people who know stuff about planes, and they told us how that was a bad idea, and was probably why those 12 planes crashed in 1 month, which was February, the shortest month. We're sorry we crashed 12 planes in 28 days. We hope it doesn't happen again. We hope that you still choose to fly AirHawk Airlines, even though we have no pilots still alive anymore. Our new pilots are really young, like 16 and 17. They didn't pass their driver's test, so this is the only way they can get around to places. And all our flight attendants are AARP card carriers. You have to tell them at least 3 times what you want because they don't wear their hearing aids, and even then, they still bring you the wrong thing. They're all very old. Some of them are over 100, and they have heart attacks during flights. We don't land the planes to help them, though, because from now on, we're putting you, the customer, first. Please, forgive us for crashing all those planes. We promise it won't happen again, and just in case they do crash, we're going to have a chain of hot air balloons under the path of the flight, so if the plane nose dives, it'll just bounce back up like a trampoline. We're very sorry that we killed all those people when the planes crashed. We'll be very careful from now on. Please, fly our airline, AirHawk Airlines. We won't let it happen again.
I've been watching a lot of sports recently. You know, baseball's in the postseason. Football is back. The NBA Finals just happened. And when I watch sports, I think about the first sporting event, which really was the Olympics, right? Not the modern Olympics, I mean the ancient Olympics in ancient Greece. And when I think about that, like, have you ever seen pottery or art from ancient Greece depicting those Olympics? The sports really seem like an afterthought, right? Like, not so much emphasis on the athletics, a lot more emphasis on the naked dudes involved. And I just imagine, like, a philosopher was walking down the dirt road one day and came across this guy who threw a plate really far. And the philosopher pointed at him and said, "Hey, that kid should be naked." And thus the Olympics were born. And I wonder, what were the meetings like where they planned the very first Olympics? Well, we have some insight. This is an old recording from one of the committee meetings for the first Olympics. Here it is.
So, it's settled. We will call this great Panhellenic sporting event the Olympics.
Here,
Here, here.
Very good.
The gods will be pleased. Now, next order of business. We need to settle who will compete. Commence debate.
Well, it was mentioned earlier that these Olympic Games should showcase the beauty of the Greeks.
Here, here.
So I propose that we only allow the most attractive Greek men and women to compete.
Wonderful idea. Socrates, do you have a point to make?
I do.
Go ahead.
I just think men and women.
So what are you proposing?
I just think if we're using the most beautiful of the Greeks, why would the women, you know?
Male-only contest?
Yeah. I mean, just think about it. Their beards wafting in the wind, their muscles bulging as they throw the discus, their strong arms holding the javelin.
Mm-hmm.
I second his proposal.
All in favor? Aye. It passes unanimously. Now, next order of business, uniforms.
I'm sorry, what?
Uniforms. Marcius, I believe you had a proposal? Thank you. I have been drawing up some engravings on what uniforms the athletes could wear. Now, I was thinking something built around a tunic.
Whoa. What is this about uniforms?
For the athletes to wear.
Oh. Huh. For the athletes to wear. Interesting. What's so interesting? Would you as soon have them wear nothing? Well, and hear me out. What if, I don't know, if they were naked?
Naked.
Naked?
Naked.
I mean, just imagine it. All those male athletes. Naked.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
And I never got the wallet back. I just let the hobo keep it.
You are so funny.
Thanks. You too, I guess. So, is this your place?
Yep, this is me. Thanks for walking me home.
No problem. I had a good time. I'm glad we did this.
Yeah, me too. First dates are usually so awkward.
I know. I feel like I always run out of things to say after like 10 minutes.
We had some good conversation, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah. So, do you want to come in for coffee?
Sure. Yeah, I'll come in for coffee.
Great. Come right in.
Holy shit, there's a lot of coffee in here.
Yeah.
There's beans everywhere and these steaming mugs all over the floor.
Yeah, it's coffee. You can just put your coat down anywhere.
There's not anywhere to put it because of all the coffee. It's all over the walls and piled up in stacks. And is your dog drinking coffee out of a bowl?
So, are you ready for coffee?
You know, it's getting kind of late.
What? You're tired? You need coffee.
Here,
take this.
Yeah!
It's an Americano pour-over.
You spilled hot coffee all over me.
You look injured. I know what you need. More coffee.
Maybe you could get me a napkin instead?
Here!
Yeah!
This one is a cafe misto with just a dash of nutmeg.
It gave me third-degree burns.
Let me remedy that.
With what, an ointment?
With coffee.
No.
Let's see. I have cafe au lait, cappuccino, affogato, blonde roast, dark roast, white mocha latte, French roast, French press, cold brew, warm brew, Keurig, cafe bonbon.
I don't want coffee.
What? What did you say?
I don't want coffee.
What do you mean you don't want coffee?
I mean, I don't want coffee.
Then why did you come in?
Why?
I invited you in for coffee, so if you didn't want it, why did you come in?
Listen, I think I should go.
But the coffee!
I don't want the coffee!
Then why did you come in?
Because
why? Why don't you want my espresso?
Because I thought coffee meant sex.
Wait. Hold on. You thought coffee meant sex?
Coffee usually means sex.
You're saying coffee means sex?
Well, yeah. Usually after a date at 11 p.m., when someone invites you into their place for coffee, coffee means sex.
No. Coffee means coffee.
Maybe to you, but I thought coffee meant sex.
But my coffee is better than sex.
Really?
Here, try it.
Hey, it didn't splash on me.
It's better than sex.
It's coffee?
It's cappuccino. Go ahead. Take a sip.
Sip.
Try it. It's better than sex.
Hey, no it isn't!
Damn you! Damn you to hell!
I should go.
Wait!
What?
Before you go, just take some coffee to remember me by.
Fine.
Here. Take this. It's a caramel cloud macchiato.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you to Steven for being so willing to do the Coco the Gorilla sketch, even though we had to cut it. Thank you to the cast and crew and everyone involved. Paul Simon couldn't do his musical act because he's in the hospital. We wish you a full and speedy recovery. Thanks again to everyone. That's our show. Good night. And now, here's the rest of my conversation with Steven. Steven, do you have an ad read for us? People love the ad reads, right?
I do, and we have got a well, they're not a sponsor, but a potential sponsor one day who we're going to read an advertisement for, and that is Joe and Kate's Laundromat. Located, yes, give it up. I personally love doing laundry. And if you ever find yourself in Bryson City, North Carolina, go to Joe and Kate's Laundromat. And I just want to read a quick review from somebody who really loved the place. They said, "This is the cleanest laundromat I've ever used. I take my slip covers, throw rugs, comforters, and large pieces to this laundromat 2 to 3 times a year. I had 5 large dogs at one time and would take my dog bedding there every month. I drive 35 miles to go to this laundromat. There are tons of machines and I never have to wait. There are many large capacity washers and lots of dryers. The girl that works there is great."
The girl that works there?
Yes.
Who is this person? Your dogs? Dog bed? What? I don't understand any of that.
Well, this was just a nameless reviewer.
Anonymous? They're reviewed as anonymous?
Yes, but they loved Joe and Kate's Laundromat, and I think our listeners will too.
Yeah. It is funny.
Yeah, and it's totally
Shut up.
it's totally a legitimate business too.
Joe and Kate, are they married? Are they brother, sister, just friends?
I'm not allowed to reveal that information.
I bet it's one of those situations where they are trying to just be friends, and even though they know that a man and a woman can't just be friends, they're doing their best.
Especially when they're business partners.
Right. That's your sitcom, Joe and Kate's. And you have wacky people coming to the thing, like a lady with a bunch of dog beds, or Kramer.
And a great girl that works there.
Oh, there's a great girl that works there. Yeah. It's a sitcom in the making. Yeah, thank you. All right, we'll get to it, people. Steven, we have a great episode today. I want to get to it as quickly as possible. I want to waste no time getting to this episode.
Well, we've been quick so far.
This is a sketch comedy episode. I just need a name for it. This is completely serious. I don't have a name for the episode yet. I need you to help me. What came after that was 16 minutes of unfiltered, unedited brainstorming. So I'll spare you that. Skip ahead 16 minutes, and we're just gonna take you right back into the brainstorming process.
I
Okay,
didn't realize that our listeners were Russian sympathizers.
You also have They're all bots.
Pardon,
They're all
Ottoman.
Russian bots.
Pardon, Ottoman Empire sympathizers.
Right, because they're so old. I wonder if any of this will be on the podcast because it's so long. What about and so Saturday Night Live? Let's try to milk off that tea.
Yeah. What you post on Tuesday?
Tuesday morning recorded. I know, it's very good. It's very good. I should have had a title ready for this so we could pretend to brainstorm and get to that. That's what we usually do. We try to not brainstorm on the thing.
I think bathroom jokes too good. People
The
like
toilet
those.
flush.
Yeah, the
Dutch
Tuesday
oven.
morning-
Dutch oven sketch comedy.
Oh, I don't get it, but I like it.
What do you mean toilet jokes?
You know, like you're in the bathroom and you poop, and
The
you have
poop
diarrhea.
Diarrhea show.
Something to do with Tuesday and going to.
What about if this was a daytime?
Tuesday
Let's
tutu.
just make an anagram. Let's make it an anagram. SCTV, SNL.
Oh.
These are all anagrams. So let's just come up with a string of 2 words and then TV after it, and that's going to be the show.
But it's not a TV show.
Do I look like I give a shit?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of somebody in that crowd.
Yeah. You're going to wait for them at the bus that we used to bus them all in. You're going to kick their ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, give me a string of 2 words. First 2
Um,
words that come to your mind.
Pasa Sokolovich.
What the fuck does that mean?
Sorry, I'm still on the Wikipedia page.
Oh, what about molto bene?
Oh, molto bene.
MPTV.
Or
Molto
piacere.
MPTV from Molto Piacere?
Yeah, what does that even mean again?
It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, TV.
Nice to meet you, TV. That's perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's do this. All right, everyone. Who's ready for Molto Piacere TV, MPTV?
Live from Bo's room. It's Tuesday morning.
Recorded in Bo's room over a period of a week and a half, and he had to offer to pay people coffee to get them to star in it. It's MPTV.
Thank you, dead people.
Thank you to our producer, Lauren Michaels. We'll do the end credit thing right here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lauren Michaels. Thank you, Paul Simon, for being here. Thank you, Jack White in the White Stripes. Thank you, everybody.
They're getting back together. They're getting married again.
Simon Garfunkel will be married on the show next week. Thank you. Have a good night. Thanks, Tracy Morgan.
Woo!